Shalom, giving all praise to the Father's name is Yahweh by Shem, Shah by Shem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that were well, and peace and many salutations to Yakim that's told in this truth, man. You know, this is Alton Johnson. You know, I watch his live shows. You know, he's a Calvinist. And, you know, he posted this right here. He said, ways Christian apologists have made black Hebrew Israelites change their positions. They went from, I'm just going to address this first one. They went from black Hebrew Israelites to Hebrew Israelites, now just Israelites. We've never called ourselves black Hebrew Israelites, and we've always professed, at least here at GMS, that it's not about the skin tone, but it's about a particular lineage that the person come from, and ultimately the spirit, right? You're gonna have certain people that look, you know, so-called white, that look, you know, even you can make the argument, Asian, you know, that are in fact Israelites. In fact, when Vocab alone came out with his entourage, this is something that our apostles told one of the members of Vocab Malone's entourage. Told him, like, man, you're Israelite. You seem sincere, but you know you gotta do more research, right? See, the thing about it is, this guy Alton Johnson, he has the talking points from his Edomite counterparts, and if Edomite counterparts wants to paint us as if we are, you know, black supremacists like the KKK. Yet, in this guy's very own denomination, I'm talking about contemporarily, which means, you know, dealing with times, current times. Contemporarily, he has people in his very own denomination that are blatantly white supremacists or Edomite supremacists, man. Okay? When we call these things out, you know, he undermines and says, well, it's just him. But no, it's a substantial amount. And this is a mindset that has been pervasive with the inceptions of the Protestants, you know, in the 1600s and things of that nature, 1700s, there was rhetoric, you know, coming from various Protestants, you know, right, Calvinists, that condone, you know, segregation, and also, you know, basically putting us in a neo-caste system, man, with the whole term white and black and things of nature. You know, the true Israelites, you know, have endured a neo-caste system where, you know, based on your skin color, you were, you know, put in a certain social status, right? Hell, look at the apartheid in South Africa, which was heavily influenced by the Calvinists with the whole spiritual Israelite doctrine, okay? And them condoning putting people into, you know, into severe captivity, bro. So there's a lot of contradictions coming at this guy. And ultimately, again, he's a apologist for white supremacy, man. Okay? You know, that's what it really boils down to. Ideally speaking, you know, you have people out there, you know, that says, you know, it's all about the blood of the Lord and believing in him. We all one people, and it's all about, you know, coming together. Well, the biggest segregated, you know, enterprise in America is the churches. Okay. Right. You know, so this guy here We know what time it is. He wants to paint us as so-called black extremists, and demonize us right along with his Edomite counterparts. But it's going to be of no avail because guess what? While you're debating on Calvinism and a Protestant movement, and doing live shows about how so-called bliggity black people should vote for Trump, prophecy is fomenting. Prophecy of World War III, is going out, man. So you can say what the hell you want to, but you're not going to stop prophecy. And a lot of you people in the so-called black churches, you've been seeing, the wickedness of Esau Edom, right? And the races of Esau Edom. In fact, this guy has various posts going into, Calvinists, his own denomination, right? People that are so-called Calvinists, the Reform crowd, they're sympathizing with Hitler. Okay? Let me show you guys something, man. Now check this out. These are guys who are apologists, and this is what they have been pushing as lately, especially as Trump has gotten to, um, got to office. Now, excuse me, I said apologists. I meant Calvinists. Excuse me. These are guys that is in his conversation, in his congregation, or denomination, in his circle. These are the people that he's running across. Okay, it says the message of Christ would never reach those young men who need it, so long as it is being preached by other men who hate them. If you want to teach young men, particularly young white men, then you must also be for them politically and culturally. So this guy's denomination is riddled with white Christian nationalists, man. Right? So there's a lot of contradictions coming at this guy here, man. He could condemn us, but when it comes to his very own denomination, man, it's riddled with white Christian nationalists, right? You can't make the argument, oh, well, you guys are just the exact mirror that was just painted black. No, this is centuries of them, putting us in, complete hell, right? Killing millions of people, destroying cities, right? Passing legislation, being for the legislation that put us as second-class citizens, dealing with Jim Crow laws, white flight, all these things that you Christians have done. And you so-called black Christians, man, you're just apologists for it. Oh, they're not all bad. We all need to come together and we're going to fight love, hate with love. Yes, Lord. A weak, pathetic spirit, man. Meanwhile, people that's in your denomination are self-proclaimed white nationalists, bro. It's a very weak mentality, bro. Very weak. You despise people that look like you to say that call themselves special. That gives a biblical answer to our perpetual oppression here. And you better believe that we're still at the bottom. It's not by coincidence. Let's get to some scriptures, okay? Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So yeah, you join hand in hand with these damn heathens that hate you, hate your guts, right? The Most High sees this wickedness. He's going to judge, man. Right? This is not a small thing. It's not something that, oh, you guys, we just need to get over it. It was just a long time. No, this is still happening now. And the rhetoric of white nationalism, Edomite nationalism, right? Edomite spiritual Israelites, right? Under the banner of Calvinism, right? The rhetoric is going to get more and more inflammatory and racist towards Jake, towards the Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Okay? It's going to become more and more inflammatory, especially as it gets bad out here. And we're coming to times where it's going to go that way. It's going to get very, very, very dark out here. And you so-called Negroes, you know, believing in this man and his ways and his philosophies, you're going to get caught out there, man. These various people that you go to church with, or you have certain, a certain relationship with, guess what? These people are going to turn against you, man. And a lot of you people are going to get unalived by various people in your denomination. Okay, while you worried about us, you worry about the people who you're calling your brother. Okay, Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not before thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he shall stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. All right, so you have certain of these Christians that humble themselves, and they may speak against racism, but in fact these guys are racist. Case in point, Joe Webbing, has a church down here in Texas, in Austin. About 2, 3 years ago, he was on a podcast with K Dub, and he was condemning wokeism in the church and saying that it's ethic based. Then 2, 3 years later, he said that, guess what? The Most High is dealing with a certain race of people when it comes to America, and that race of people should govern this place, right? Under white Christian nationalism. Okay, so yeah, these guys are humbling themselves, and they look as if, they're taking a low and they're for you, but in fact, they're plotting to take over, uh, and destroy what you have. And again, it's going to be more blatantly seen, in the near future. Okay, so you can paint us as a black supremacist group all you want to, man, which we profess here again, that so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and also foreign Israelites, make up the true nation of Israel, which the foreign Israelites consist of many people with that are different shades. Different shades, they don't look different. It's not a bigly black thing like you try to paint us as, right? Yet in your very congregation and your very denomination, I should say, there's white Christian nationalists. And it's something that has affected the whole world, right? Christianity is a handmaid for white supremacy, bro. Let's just call it for what it is. All right. So, man, the hypocrisy of you so-called black Christians, man, is astounding and it's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting, But this is what happens when you have a slave mentality. You make sure that you're one of the good ones. This is what we see. He wants to be uh he wants to be one of the good ones. You know, Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou way to seek love? Thou hast therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. That's right. So our people are trimming their way to seek loves, man. You so-called black Christians are now at the forefront of coming up against us, right? And totally negating the racism that's pervasive in the denomination, in particular with the reformers. Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Right? Israel was making pacts with these various people, right? And in the time of Jeremiah, and in doing so, they made themselves homeborn slaves. And it's the same thing that we see going on now. Voting for Trump is not going to save you so-called Negroes, man. In one breath, Alton Johnson says he's against Christian nationalism, but you have a live show, going into how so-called black people still vote for Trump because he has he upholds more Christian values than Kamala. It's a complete contradiction, right? And it shows you that the Most High is not dealing with these black Christians, man. Not dealing with them at all, right? Because if you would truly had the spirit of Jesus, you would be into prophecy, okay? And prophetically speaking, man, things are getting shaken up. Things are getting shaken up, man. Right? This is what you supposed to be reporting on. Look what's going on with Russia, Ukraine, and ultimately America. Look what's going on in the Holy Land, the small hatters, and the Palestinians. And I've yet to see Alton Johnson uh, speak on that situation. We're so wicked and heinous and violent, yet the various people who's calling themselves the true Israelites, they're bombing people indiscriminately, women and children, bombing hospitals. Yet vocab alone says, hey, they have the right to defend themselves. And then in the same video, he says, well, I'm agnostic whether or not they should be over there prosperity speaking. But yet they had the right to bomb people, bomb women and children, starve them out. Right? And you so-called black Christians have nothing to say. But you go to church, you get happy, you do the Harlem Shake. Then afterwards you eat some chicken, talk crap, then get on your high horse and want to speak against us. You bunch of hypocrites, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. Revelation 19:10, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that had the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High for the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Now, if you read along, it says Jesus, his true name is Yahweh Shai. Means he delivers, okay? Right? Jesus translates into Joshua. The correct name, or the correct way to say the name, in the Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, is Yahushua. It means he delivers. For the testimony of Jesus or Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So let's read that again. I'm going to read it verbatim. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to, this understanding, right? So you can get the context in which I'm trying to bring this scripture out. Revelation 19:10, I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that had the testimony of Jesus. Worship God, for the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. That's the testimony of Jesus. Prophecy, right? We're supposed to be inheriting in his kingdom, right? You're looking out in the world as a watchman, and you're able to say, hey, these things are going on in the world. These things are going on in the world. This is an indicator that Jesus is returning, right? Yeah, these Christians don't talk about the return of their Savior. They're talking about Trump. They're talking about TD Jakes. They're talking about voting for certain people. Oh, I just said Trump. Talking about P. Diddy and talking about us. But when it comes to prophecy, when it comes to interpretation of these scriptures, no, nothing. Just a whole bunch of arguing. Right? You guys got guys like Alton Johnson, K-Dub, and Rick Caldwell. The majority of the sit downs, or the live shows, I should say, they're just arguing, man. Well, discussion with a Catholic, discussion with is Protestantism, is it a good thing? What the hell are you talking about, man? And all hell is breaking loose right before the people. You're not giving the people the answers, bro. See, everybody could, say what they don't believe in, but few people are willing to publish what they're willing to die for. Few people. And you don't see it in these Christians, man. Certainly don't see it in a guy like Alton Johnson. He doesn't even teach what his denomination believes in, man. What do you believe in, bro? You listen to it. I'm a 1678er. I'm a 5 point. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Break down the scriptures, bro. Right? Can't answer any questions, but got a whole bunch of, a slew of questions for everybody else. That shows that the Most High is not dealing with you, man. Right? Spend your whole time trying to demonize us. And in your very denominations, you have white Christian nationalists. You should be ashamed of your damn self. All right? So we're going to see who got the truth and who doesn't real soon. Shalom.